Welcome to TI Regional Qualifiers. We are going to be casting tonight the Eastern... the players are already letting loose some of those new voice lines. Maybe looking at the Eastern European Regional Qualifiers for TI11. And our first match in this upper bracket quarterfinal best of 3 is between Outsiders and Parni. Now, for those of you that don't know the background, Outsiders narrowly missed out on directly qualifying to TI by 1 point. 1 point. I believe Fnatic made it through on 1,020 points. Outsiders ended up with 1,019 points. In fact, I think there was a stage there that they thought they were in. But then it was revised and they weren't. So, Outsiders did not make it in. Is it the shoes? Welcome to the stream. I only got a few minutes, then I need to go back to bed. Well, we are looking at the regional qualifiers for Eastern Europe for TI11. I was just saying that Outsiders only missed out on directly qualifying by 1 point. 1,019 compared to 1,020, the team above that made it directly in. So they are well placed, good form, and are probably the favourites for this Eastern European qualifiers to make it through to TI. Parni, on the other hand, hasn't had a terrible season. I mean, for the tournaments they've been in, they have got a couple of points in the DPC. And when you look at their players, you know, we've got Coma, Depressed Kid, Nine Pasha, Heaven, and Immersion. These are players who know how to win. They know how to win. They're not adverse to losing. You know, you look potentially at Nine Pasha. You know, this is someone who was on VP for a long time. In fact, Nine Pasha and Ramses 666 have spent a lot of times throughout their Dota life playing on the same team, and this time they're up against each other. So having a look at our opening bans and picks, of course, we are now in 7.32 patch B, 7.32 B, something to that effect. We basically had the patch, and then we had a secondary follow-up patch a couple of days after, just to nerf the all broken things. So Enigma banned out first, along with the Clockwork. Clockwork, the change to overclocking does seem to make it incredibly strong. Enigma just still a very good lane controller, quick farmer, and big impact team fighter that you can never ignore. Initial bans from Outsiders, the Undying, even though it got nerfed, they really nerfed Core Undying, with nerfing the Strength Steel from 10 to 8 on the Aghanim Scepter. So Core Undying was banned, well, Core Undying was nerfed, but it still is banned out in this game because as a support, you drop down that Tombstone and the heal plus the amp from the ultimate. It's still very good. Chen, some things never change. It will be banned as well. I think slowly over time, the Chen will see less bans as the meta progresses into this new patch. But at the moment, players are understandably still a little bit scarred from the previous meta. And we'll continue to ban out that Chen. So opening picks from Outsiders, DK Skywrath Rage, really, really clean combo. And when you're looking in these regional qualifier games, this is what you want. You want clean combos that don't require a lot of huge level execution. You want clean combos, you want to win nice clean games. DK Skywrath Mage works perfectly. You get the Dragon Tail stun, you drop the Mystic Flare on top. Okay? Very clean, very nice, and you immediately get a kill. There's not going to be many heroes that survive a DK Initiate with a Mystic Flare on top. It's just a lot of damage, unless they've got some direct save like a Shadow Demon, Dazzle sitting behind. They have gone Parni for still fairly dominant heal strats here, the Enchantress plus the Dawnbreaker. So Dawn hopefully being able to try and turn that around, but I don't think a Solar Guardian is going to be enough to save someone from a DK Skywrath Initiate. That's such a potent combination. You open up with that pairing on Outsiders, and you are just threatening the entire map. Once this DK gets a Blink Dagger, it's just very, very scary for Parni to move. And as an Enchantress, they don't care. A stun, a breathe fire, and Skyreth ult on top will be enough for the Enchantress. They don't even have to hit her. It's all spell damage. So this Enchantress the Untouchable's not going to save them. If we have a look at the second round of bans, Faceless Void, big AoE control. So you look at their sort of Parni's theme here, what they're taking out. The AoE control from the Enigma, the Clockwork, the Faceless Void. Just big, rumbling, disruptive team fight from Primal Beast. And the Bat as well. So banning out strong team fighters at the moment from Parni. So the outsiders can't get too much AoE control in the fights. Outsiders, on the other hand, are opting for more sort of pick-off orientated heroes that they are. Poke heroes that they're trying to get rid of. The Ember, who can poke in and out, split the map. Lina, very fast at clearing waves, accelerating farm. Good for strong burst as well. They still do have one ban remaining, and this early in the draft, they don't really have targeted bans towards... when you have 3 picks remaining, it's very hard to target a ban, unlike the last ban phase where you have 2 bans to target that final pick. It's still very open in the draft, and teams have ample opportunity to change the direction of their draft. Only 2 picks in at this point. They're removing the carry option of the Slark, taking that away from the hands of Coma. Slark, once again, a sort of healing orientated hero, and you look at Parni draft, 2 healing orientated heroes already. They want to be able to sustain, they want to be able to take longer fights. And outsiders, they're saying, no, you will not take longer fights. We are going to burst you. Ogre Magi being picked next up. Strong stun support, can stun, help set up for the DK or the Skyreth Mage. So that's a secondary setup for the Skyreth Mage ulti. Outsiders' plan right now is just to burst people very, very quickly and don't allow them to live. Ogre Magi, one of the strongest strength supports on lane, just because of his high base regen and armor. And Ignite is pretty troublesome, especially for some intelligence supports that might try and lane up against him. You can pump a lot of harass into Ogre Magi and can just heal it back up. Oh, 2 very quick picks coming out from Parni, and my goodness, look at the sustain. Look at how long they want to try and stay alive in these fights. So not only did they open with the Enchantress and the Dawnbreaker, they continue to bring the sustain in these fights with an Omni Knight pick and a Morphling. Morphling, one of the more survivable carries. If you can get that strength morph off, you will most likely live. And with a Dawnbreaker sitting behind, an Omni Knight, it's going to be hard to bring him down. So it's going to be interesting to see these last picks of outsiders, whether they continue to go for this strong single target focused draft. Like, you look at their 3 heroes so far, DK, Skyreth Mage, Ogre Magi. These are not AoE control heroes in fights. They are very single target orientated heroes, and Parni are just going all in. Going all in. We're going to be having some new voice lines from the new battle pass. That was one of them. So Parni are going all in to try and protect whoever it is that outsiders go in on. They do look like they're only saving their mid pick for last, unless it's a mid Dawnbreaker, which I'd be all for. It's actually perfectly feasible to have a mid Dawnbreaker, but I do think it'll probably be the off lane, and we're waiting for that mid pick last for Parni. Medusa. Okay, so we start to see a little bit of team fight control. Burst 1 person. This is the plan from outsiders. Burst 1 person, make it a 5v4, and then park Medusa in the front. Park Medusa in the front. And if you've got that 5v4 advantage, it's going to be very hard to take down Dusa when she has a little bit of cavalry around her with a little bit of support. I'm very interested to see this final pick from outsiders. It's going to most likely be their mid lane. It's probably going to be an off lane DK. And that's how Parni are reading it at the moment as well, with the ban to Quap, thinking that they're still looking for that mid laner. It's very risky. I think Outsiders need a little bit of AoE control, a little bit of crowd control for this draft to round it out. You know, Mars is still available in the draft. It's here Mars mid or off lane, either one. Just to get a little bit of AoE lockdown, disruption in the fights. Try and separate some of these heroes. Almost you need like a Tiny's actually still in the draft as well. A way to maneuver the enemy around. Or Puck's actually an excellent ban from Parni. They recognize that Outsiders draft, they need some way to jump. Apart from this DK. A secondary, you want to initiate, but you want to counter initiate as well. And if DK is blinking in, nice tanky frontliner, you want someone else to punish any movement coming out from Parni, the Omni Knights or the Enchantresses coming to try and help that person who has been initiated on. Invoker band as well from Outsiders. Both teams thinking that the other is looking for that final last pick mid hero. Both teams could be playing the long game here and actually have already got their mid heroes on the deck. The DK and the Dawnbreaker. It's possible. In terms of break mechanics, Pengo being banned out. Yeah, sort of hedging their bets a bit each way. They're Outsiders with that last ban Pengo. I don't see any natural break coming out for this DK. And not really natural mana burn for the Medusa.
10 seconds.
So at the moment, Medusa and DK as two frontline heroes for Outsiders look very hard to bring down. And if you can get that numbers advantage, as I said, with that burst from the Skyrath, Ogre, and DK, it's Parni are going to struggle to get in on the fight. There's just not really any way for them to bring the damage. Maybe this does need to be a mid Dawnbreaker so that they can you know, go into a Deso and just really pump out the physical damage into this mid to late game. Parni, they're using their time right now to try and figure this out themselves. What is it they need here? Do they go for more sustain or a bit of burst? No, they go for the burst and the initiate. They have to have a way to get in. So they do go back for the Void Spirit. Speaking of spirits, Storm Spirit is actually still available as well. Ember's been banned out. So that will most likely be a Depressed Kid mid Void Spirit. And this Dawnbreaker will head to the off lane. And it's a Necro. Okay, so they go in outside, single target burst. They've declared with utter certainty that this one is in the bag. No, they've declared that one hero of Parni will die. And then their follow-up strategy is that the rest of their team, DK, Medusa, Necro with the heals and sustain, tanky Ogre Magi, that they cannot lose in a 5v4 situation with this draft. The only sort of weak link on the side of Outsiders is this Skyrath Mage. And honestly, if he gets his ultimate off on a stunned target,
this guy has no chill, man. This guy has no chill, man.
Then it's going... He's pretty much done his job. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a couple of follow-up silences or concussive shots. But yeah, and a silence out of fog on a Morphling is one of the tried and true best ways to kill that Morphling until we see a Manta come out from that Morph. So Manta is going to be an essential item on Morphling today with the silence of Skyrath Mage. Ignite from Ogre, just slow him down as well. Be very pesky. 9 Pasha will be taking the Dawnbreaker to the offlane. Oh, we have predictions. Ooh, would you look at this? Play with the highest net worth. I mean, it's going to be GPK, right? What? I can't select? Oh, not going to let me do it. Feels bad. Alright, predictions are bugged. Cool. Good job, Valve. Predictions are bugged. Necro is fun, I was going to say. Someone is going to die off, yeah. Oh, we got actually a smoke on smoke action here before the bell. Both going to drop down the wards. They're going to see each other immediately. Who's got the better, stronger one fight? Out comes the concussive shot. Knight Pasha. Hammer to just try and distance himself a little bit. The Ignite will come out. But 3D would, well, they will know the side of Parni that there is a... Actually, they're going to deny their own wood. Look at this. Yamich is going to deny it. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's left it 1 hit away from deny range. Easy to deny if he sees coming across over to it. So, to the side of outsiders, we have GPK on his mid Necro. Heading to the off lane will be DM, most likely hanging out with Yamich on this Skyrath Mage. Dakota will head to the safe lane with Ramses. And over on the side of Parni will have a mid Depressed Kid.
With the fate of the universe and the pride of 10 people on the line.
Stun, he does pick it up. DM, sorry. Mid Depressed Kid on the Void Spirit. Now the Enchantress, whose name is not user-friendly for us today, pretty sure is Heaven. He'll be heading to the off lane with 9 Pasha. And the safe lane Immersion will be supporting Homer, playing the safe lane Morphling. So, looking at this early laning phase, it's going to be quite hard to get a lot of damage out onto this DK, particularly once it gets a level in Dragon's Blood. Just having a casual stun will take a tower hit, actually. Really ended up hurting him more than what it was worth. Immersion also went for the early point in Hammer of Purity as well. So instead of maxing the Heavenly Grace and Purification, just getting that Hammer of Purity for the laning phase. Mid lane, GPK is I fear for Depressed Kid in this mid lane. Yeah, this level in Heartstopper, look at the radius on this. It's gonna start ticking. Tick, 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 tick. He's just gonna start harassing him a lot. Up in this top lane, we have Ramses with the level 1 in the Snake. Level 1 doesn't deal too much damage, but you start to level it up, and that base damage and the jump increase, 35% damage per jump, really starts to hurt. Enchantress, one of the better heroes to lane up against an Ogre Magi. Just with the nice right-click animation, you can see that. In goes Basher. Actually, with the level 2, Ramses. He's in trouble. He's going to go down. First blood. Going over to Parni on Heaven. On his Enchantress. Yeah, that early level 2 hit from 9 Pasha. And Dawnbreaker at level 2 is probably one of the most highest damage heroes level 2. This Medusa, get some more levels, get those points in the Mana Shield. Ramses will be just fine. But for now, this early game Celestial Hammer swipe combo, he's gonna have to be careful. Full stun comes out with the follow-up concussion. Mana is a little bit short on Yamich at the moment, and he'll have to hang back, maybe send out a Clarity. He's got 1 Mango and 8 sticks, so a couple of combos left to go, but not too much more. Enchantress actually picked up a Blightstone early as well, just to help the clicks, and particularly with the damage from the Starbreaker. If you can just get 1 click before they go in with a combo, that Starbreaker swipes are going to deal a lot more damage. Medusa now level 3, yeah. All of a sudden feeling a lot stronger with that Mana Shield potentially available in this top lane. Water Runes. UPK will grab one. Depressed Kid does have the bottle. UPK doesn't necessarily need that bottle too much. He's sending out the boots. Yeah, he'll just look for the natural sustain from the Heartstopper. He's gone 2-0-2. The max lane domination build. Who needs to survive when you can just dominate, says GPK. Get those boots. He's got those early stats, and he's just running after Depressed Kid. He's making him hurt. Oh, does dodge the Remnant. And he's waiting for a creep to come and tank it. There he is. Nice play from GPK. And he's going to keep forcing this under the tower. Look at these death pulses that are coming out. Every time he steps up into range, just hits him with another one. Really, really harassive play. Top lane, Dakota's going to have nowhere near enough to chase down Heaven on Enchantress. Ramses does sidestep the Starbreaker. There's no Celestial Hammer available. They'll just have to be happy with the heavy harass. And yeah, there's only 1 more Tango left on Ramses. 4 Tangos left on Ogre. He might pass over Dakota. Give a couple over. Nice little Dragon Tail stun to secure the ranged creep. Always want to get that range creep. Now that they're the flag bearer creeps as well, there's more than just one creep to make sure that you are contesting. GPK, 24 last hits to the 17 in the mid lane. He's starting to step ahead a little bit. And with the 3 in Death Pulse, it's hard for Depressed Kid to stay on the lane. I mean, he's going to step up and he's just going to, oh, gets the deny as well. He can't even step up. He's level 4, not even level 5 yet. GPK, he's heading towards level 6. Making sure he gets those denies. Yep, go back. Get back underneath your tower. You aren't allowed to be here. Get back. Says the bringer of death. He's going to just get to level 5 off this range creep here. But he's holding 2 skill points as well, actually, Depressed Kid at the moment. GPK is almost at the level 6, so this could be a little bit scary. Oh, he actually goes in. Oh, glyphing the wave on GPK. Did you want to go in for those creeps? You were going to pay a heavy toll for it. Creeps there, he's going to keep going under. Yeah, take another one. Doesn't yet have level 6. If he actually had level 6, this would probably be a dead Depressed Kid. I mean, top lane, the Ogre goes down. But from that combo, Celestial Hammer and Starbreaker. Look at this zoning from GPK on this mid lane. It's that deny as well. He's got level 6. Depressed Kid, he can't go to lane. I think if he catches one more... Oh, he knows. If he catches one more pulse... Oh, there's actually is there a silence? There is. There's an Ancient Seal. Slow will come out. And there's the silence. Will it be enough for the side? Yes. GPK, and he gets 1 stack. There it is. Reaper's Scythe. Permanently gain 2 HP regen, 1 mana regen from kills. This is what you want. You want to get that level 6 GPK. He's starting to get that unkillable feeling. Extra mana regen, extra health. And Reaper will be back up in 90 seconds. Heaven has gone for the 2 in Enchant, 1 in Nature's Attendant, so no early levels in Impetus. Probably might just get the 1 point for a little bit of burst damage and a potential gank. Bottom lane has just been, yeah, a bit of a farm fest. We have a Ring of Health over on the Morphling. DM's a Dragon Knight with 2 levels in Dragon's Blood, so both of these heroes are getting along just fine with no issue. Depressed Kid's still not level 6, and he's a sizable way from it too. If you want to step up, you're going to have to take a bit of a hit here. All the clicks from GPK. He's almost keeps dodging these Ether Remnants. It's been really good play from GPK in this mid lane. Parni coming in with the Warpine Raider, gives the cone. Throws the cone at him here. Have a cone to the face. That slowed him down. Depressed Kid. There's actually an ultimate coming through. Solar Guardian. I don't think they have enough to save GPK. He does heal up with the wand. He's just living for now, but he will get chased down. Underneath the tower is silenced on the Dawnbreaker. 9 Pashery will live and walk away. Immersion there with the assistance. And all of a sudden, there were 7 heroes mid. 1 more brought for the side of Parni. So they do end up getting a little bit better exchange. No level yet in that Ghost Shroud. Wasn't yet level 7. Depressed Kid still trying to get towards that level 6. Oh, it wasn't enough. He's so low. He's silenced. Actually, Yamich is just sort of going for the solo kill himself. So desperate for that level 6. He's going to go over here. He's going to farm some creeps. Yeah, he will get that level 6 now. So much more moveable and a lot more burst now on this Depressed Kid, Void Spirit. Coma. I'm going to switch over to net worth now, just see how things are going. Yeah, top 3 net worths are from the side of Outsiders. Necro at the top. And I'm actually surprised that this DM...
Just what I've been waiting.
DM Dragon Knight is 3rd on the net worth chart as well, actually. Morphling hasn't had that good a lane. I thought he was sort of being untouched bottom here, but he certainly hasn't had the rub of the green with the farm that he's got bottom lane. Sitting midway up the net worth chart, almost 1,000 behind his offlane Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker having like the best lane of all their cores, but Medusa still having more farm. Ramsey's done an excellent job farming. Look at this. Oh, you see the jump, or it wasn't the final jump. Get that last jump onto the hero and it hurts. Void Spirit will actually go down. Oh, is that another Reaper? Oh no. Oh, GPK, he's starting to feel it. The strength is coursing through his veins. 4 HP regen and 2 mana. You know that's going to increase with the levels. He's already got 2 stacks 8 minutes in. This is what dreams are made of. GPK is very happy boy at the moment. This Blink Dagger on DM is about 700 gold away, so once they get that timing with the 6 on Scarth Mage, which should happen about the same time, Blink on the DK with the 6 on Scarth Mage, someone will die again. And this is what we called out in the draft for the outside draft. It is all about getting a pick and then taking a 5v4 fight. They want to take that pick and then just survive. Top lane, Ramses is on the run, but who's actually running? Heavens may be in trouble. Dakota's in there punching. Ramses, you can't just step up when there's a Dawnbreaker around. With the Celestial Hammer, Starbreaker combo, it's too much. And yeah, Ogre goes in and takes one for the team as well. Heaven's actually gone and leveled up 2 points in Impetus now as well, after those early points in Enchant and Nature's Attendance. And in fact, they don't even grab a point in Untouchable. They realize that there is no point. With the heroes that Outsiders have, if Enchantress gets gone on, the Untouchable is not going to save them. Not with such low HP they have now. 720 HP at level 6. It's not going to help. If he gets gone on, that Untouchable will not save him. So he said, well, I'm just going to get my other skills. Don't need the ultimate when the ultimate's not going to do anything. GPK is itchy. He's got the Spirit Vessel. He's itchy. He's got a level in Reaper's side. Got the 2 stacks already. He wants a 3rd. Who's going to come and rotate? Here's the Skyrath Mage. He levels in Silence. Oh, Depressed Kick could go down. If they get the Silence off. Oh, no. He'll just assimilate. No, he doesn't. Holds to assimilate. Actually going in. Oh, but... Oh, this could not... Oh, it's a bait. But who's baiting who? Ghost Shroud comes out. Dakota's here with the stun. Reaper, is it enough? He's gonna have to, he can't walk away. Call the ambulance. But not for me, says Depressed Kid. You thought you were baiting me. I was actually baiting you. With the Omni-Knight behind, with the levels, 3 levels in Heavenly Grace, additional 28 strength, HP and regen. It is very, very strong. His Omni-Knight Immersion perfectly positioning himself. And it's going to be important where Immersion is in this game, where he positions. Because if he gets caught early in the start of these fights, then it's not going to look good for the side of Parni. He has to be the one to try and save people from this combo, this GPK, Skyrath Mage, DK Blink, tag team on the gank. Homer slowly recovering, going straight in for Lincoln. So let's examine this pick up Lincoln's this game. So we do have 1 potential proc from the Mystic Snake. Not a bad spell to block, particularly if it's an Aghanim's Mystic Snake, which doesn't look like it will be at any point soon. Obviously, there is the Reaper's Scythe. That's the one that he wants to block. That's the one that he is anticipating to block with that Lincoln's. Or the Silence as well from the Ancient Seal. However, it can be procced with the Arcane Bolt. Yeah, look, oh, DM's got it. Oh, there it is. There's the combo. And there goes Omni-Knight. Immersion will disappear. Nine Pasha wants to punish though. Will get stunned up and controlled by the Ogre. Yamich will go down with the hit from Heaven on the Enchantress. Impetus shot flying through. Dealing that huge long distance damage. Has he actually got level 3 in it? He does now. Level 3, yeah. Untouchable, so bad. Definitely doesn't need that right now. In fact, he might just completely ignore it this game. Bottom lane, Ramses is in trouble. Had to proc the ult, but he's enchanted. Doesn't have enough for TP. He's decided the best thing he can do is try and farm a creep before he goes down, but all he does is end up making it a little bit easier for Nine Pasha to farm up on the way out. Scott Beasy, welcome onto the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are currently casting the Eastern European qualifiers for TI11. These are the teams that did not directly qualify through to TI and have got their second to last chance, or pretty much their last chance in getting through to TI main tournament with these qualifiers. Depressed Kid is just chilling out bottom lane. He's gone for a Midas? Midas I was distracted by the Midas on Depressed Kid. I don't think I've ever seen a Void Spirit Midas. Just because this hero farms quite quickly anyway. Like you want to get just some base level items to get additional mana regen, and your natural spell selection will farm for you. I'm not, and attack speed isn't really something you use on Void Spirit. Another stun. Is there an ultimate? No. Trying to do the damage. Maybe that point in Untouchable might have been helpful at this point. He doesn't have it. He will still get away. Version coming with the turnaround. DM. He's going to be in trouble. Stun comes through, but the Starbreaker. Swing, swing, smash. See you later. Scott Beasley's pulling up some tabs tonight. Absolutely, man. Have a wonderful night. Oh. Doesn't realize the micro. He does now. Trying to run this wolf away. Just grab another... Looking for another creep to enchant. There it is. So this one will no longer be available to kill off for a little bit of farm. Now, this 9 Pasha Dawnbreaker has got the BKB. So Phase Boots BKB, going in for a Blink and then Nullifier. This guy is an absolute menace. He's huge. For the side of Outsiders, you have to get maybe an Ogre stun or a DK stun on this guy and then just try and burst him full to nothing. If he gets that BKB off and manages to get the Starbreaker going, it's going to be very bad for the team fight. So if you're going to burst this guy, you have to throw everything. I'm talking, you know, Reaper's Scythe. We're looking at the Mystic Flare, the DK stun, probably an Ogre follow-up stun as well. Everything needs to go down. 4 heroes bottom. Zakota, he's being caught out. GPK says, oh, yo. This is not the neighborhood to be in. I need to run away. Is there TP support? They're coming. Double TP support. They're actually going to turn this around, and there goes Depressed Kid with the Mystic Flare. Ghost Route does get off, protecting himself. Stun comes in from the DK with the Blink. 9 Patcher, though, holding onto the BKB. He pops it now, and he's just going to be going in. GPK is in trouble. The Impetus, pure damage coming through. DM, he's down the run as well. Who's turning around on who? 9 Pasha trying to get away. But Ramses, the stun comes up with the Stone Gaze follow-up, and DM manages to turn around one last time. Immersion. TP's out. And it's quite a few kills in the bottom lane. Most important thing is, though, that Necrophos, Necro, GPK, he got another stack. He didn't actually level up. Ultimate? 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Didn't actually level up the ultimate. You get the additional damage per missing HP. And additional HP rate. That's one of the most value level up ults in the game. Maybe it's just a possible misclick. But definitely you want to get the size cast range. Maybe a misclick. Maybe he knows something I don't. Ooh. Ghost Shroud. Additional level. That's worth. I mean, it's a lot more lower cooldown. You're going to get more use out of it. Yamich with the Veil of Discord. So looking for that additional burst. That is the draft of Outsiders. Burst one person. So if we have a look at items, you know, you got that Veil. Any other items to try and burst? Yep. Spirit Vessel just to keep that burst going. And Ogre. Dakota, what's he working towards? A Shard. Oh, a little bit of Fire Shield time. Went for the Max Ignite, so he's not on board the burst train. Dakota. He didn't get the memo. Hasn't leveled up the Fire Blast. So, I guess it doesn't matter too much. The stun duration is the same either way. It's just the damage that increases. Parni on the hunt. Immersion leading the charge. Not particularly the one you want to have leading the way. Doesn't really have the jump that you're looking for. It will reveal themselves with the take on the outpost. Midas. It's maybe starting to pay off. Maybe. Working towards Aghanim Scepter. That double Resonant Pulse charge and the silence from the Aghanim Scepter. And into Roche we go. Coma. Got the Lincoln Sphere. No Manta yet, so no way to dispel the silence if it does actually catch him. Dante Garland, welcome into the stream. The Parni, they're forcing the Roche right now. It might just be a trade for the tier 2 bottom. Outsiders, do they know this is going on? They don't. They have a ward on the mid lane. They may have caught people moving in that direction, but if they do, it's a bit too late now. I don't think they're going to be able to stop it. It's possibly just going to be the classic tier 2 for Roche trade. Which, ooh, actually, no. Parni, they want to defend this. They want to punish. They're coming in. TP's coming. They get a catch onto GPK. Does get the Ghost Shroud off. And the turnaround blast from Yamich. BKB from Pasha. He's just trying to TP out. He gets Stone Gaze. Ramsey just runs in front of him. Pasha, you can't get away. And the Reaper comes out for the additional stack. That's, count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Morphling. Morphling got the Aegis, but Morphling didn't come. Morphling didn't come. Glyph is popped. Up onto the high ground. Go Outsiders. They said we can turn around this fight with the Aegis taken, but Aegis carrier was nowhere to be seen. So they will force the Glyph. Don't actually get the damage with the respawns being so low as it is at this point. And Outside is just going to farm up the entire side. Just clean the whole side here of the jungle. Actually, Immersion, you need to be careful. There's a blink stun. 4 seconds on Mystic Flare. Coming in. They miscalculated. Absolutely. Dante, they did. Ramsey's going to get an Arcane Rune. And the Skadi is complete. Ooh, it's starting to get a little bit scary for Parni right now. But they smoke. They want to try and take the fight over to Outsiders. Actually smoke on the bottom lane as well. This two-man gank squad from DM and Yamich. Who they want. They're going to find a 5 Zakota. Ogre would quite happily give his life at this point for the tank the gank. It's not even necessary. They sniff it out and he's just chilling behind these trees. Hoping that he might get a smoke break on the other side. Who's their captain on Parni? Not 100% sure, mate. I didn't see who was drafting. Potentially not even the person who says they're drafting on the in-game actually is. It was not the carrier called for TPs. Absolutely. In fact, I think he cancelled his TP because when I looked at him immediately after, it was like 56-second cooldown. So he TP'd in and then cancelled it. So he decided that it wasn't a good time to go. Lost for Stone on Dakota. Just keeping that farm trickling in. Looking for a 4-star, a little more mobility. And really the 4-star in this game is to move someone out from the Solar Guardian. So if they get a bit of lockdown, probably coming out from the Void Spirit with that jump at the Remnant, and there's a Solar Guardian coming down on top to follow up with the stun, 4-star from Ogre can just save out that person initiated on. And if they can save him from that jump, that's really all Parni have. Smoke on smoke action. DM, no ult for 18 seconds. I think they sort of sense where he's going. Oh, he's going to farm this camp. The smoke pop, he actually goes in. Jump. Is there any follow-up? There's enough damage. BKB pop from DM. There wasn't even a Skyreth ult. It had enough. And there's a Skadi here from Ramses. Oh, they've collapsed in a round. Pasha's going to be slowed down. There's another stack for the Necrophos. Ogre running one way. Team fight's going both directions. Stun comes out onto the press kit. We'll get the Dissimulate. Goes to the north into the trees. We'll grab the Midas from the large camp. Can't have that Midas being on cooldown. I'm glad that he prioritized getting that Midas before he went down. That was the absolute best call to Dissimulate north to get that Midas camp on the camp there. It will recover some of the time lost off the map with the Midas usage. Immersion looking for a Glimmer Cape. So they need more ways to protect someone. At the moment, they are just getting murdered. Oh, top DM. Spirit Vessel is off. There's 2 fights going on. They're running around. Invis Rune. Asher, he doesn't have BKB for 35. Does have a TP. They know he went this way. Oh, he's going to show. Blink TP. He'll be just fine. At the moment, even with all of this save, with the Enchantress, the Solar Guardian, with the Omni Knight, with the Guardian Angel, and the Heavenly Grace, Purification, they still cannot save the one person who is caught. They get this DK blink stun, and it's causing the end. Whoever gets stunned. There's just too much follow-up. They don't have a Shadow Demon. They don't have an OD to try and just remove the person from the fight. When they get gone on, that's curtains. EPK with the halberd now completed. Looking towards the Shiva's Guard. Wants the armor to try and live through this Starbreaker. There's no Desolator on this Dawnbreaker, so heading into late game, he's not going to scale too much in terms of damage. In fact, he's going for the Halberd himself. They're looking to be more that utility offlane core and not the damage dealer. They are putting all of their hopes and dreams over onto Coma. At the moment, Coma is 4th net worth. Sitting behind the offlane. Oh, there's another one. It's just too easy. It's just too easy. This Blink Mystic Flare, it's too easy. In the top lane, GPK is running down. Oh, there's a side, and won't be enough to get the stack. But Immersion, oh, TP's out. He just TP's away. Oh, the disrespect coming out from the 5 of Parni as he just chucks on the Heavenly Grace and just TP's out. You got no more stuns. Thank you very much for giving me the free pass. Stun, bottom lane, DM, and oh, he has to use the BKB. Tries to get away. Will the TP be enough? It is! Whew. We were down into the double digits there for health. Health on Pasha, 9 Pasha, but he gets out. It's a BKB charge though, down to 6 seconds. Immersion is being very sneaky here. Just walking through. They ping it out. Did they catch him there for a moment? I think maybe he caught between this line of trees here. May have just caught the vision. They might know that this water's up on the high ground, or the Immersion is just chilling in the trees here. TPs are coming out. There's 4 going to be bottom for Outsiders. They have the Blink. They know Immersion's in there. Yeah, they know it. They saw him. They caught the vision. They say there is an Omni Knight hiding down in the bottom corner. And whoa, GPK said I missed you at the last one, but I get you at this one now. He's got 6 stacks. We're looking at 18 HP regen, 9 meta regen. He's starting to become unkillable. Ramses has the crit stick. Crystallis up and running. They can no longer ignore this Medusa in the fights. Medusa is going to hit and hit hard. Bloodlust from Zakota. GPK and Medusa. GPK and Ramsey is just going to be walking walls. You can't get past this Necro and this Medusa. In fact, they're going to take 2 racks at once. No, I was going to say that's a touch greedy. Outsiders, that's a touch greedy to try and take 2 racks at once. Maybe just 1 at a time is the better call. But they're staying on the high ground and they are challenging. They are challenging Parni to come. You got no Omni Knight. You want to take a fight with no Omni? And they say, not really. We're not that keen. They will use the secondary glyph after the tier 3 falls down. DPK looking to TP out. He won't get stunned. And yeah, the rest of the side of Outsiders may have to bail. Are they using these as a bait? They're sort of still hanging around in the area. They still feel very strong. The level 2 Mystic Flare and the Veil of Discord follow-up. Aghanim Scepter, only about, 1,000 gold for DM on this DK. So we're going to have a big black dragon. And at this point in the game as a DK, you are feeling strong. You got your BKB. It's still 8 seconds. You got your Fireball, your Shard upgrade, and your Ags is coming out soon. That flying movement, flying vision, plus the additional effectiveness of the tier 1, 2, and 3 dragon. Yeah, this pipe dream of Nullifier that 9 Pasha had very early in the game. He hasn't really progressed with farm. We're now looking at a 12k lead. What's the side of Outsiders? Dante Garland coming in with the sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome, friend. So, Heaven's Halberd completed. Where's he going to go with that? He wants to use it on the Deucer. That's the real right clicker. I mean, DK right clicks, but not too heavily. Deucer, that halberd is intended for the Deucer, and it's the full Daedalus. Oh, if Deucer gets to hit, it's gonna be a strong one. They're holding this high ground. Vision, sentries down, just to make sure they're not being watched. And into the Roche pit. What are we? 28 seconds on Roche. Win probability now at 89% for Outsiders. 11k net worth lead. They know it has to spawn soon. They're hanging around the pit. 17 seconds. They keep ducking in and out. Dakota says, Roche, come on in. Where are you? Come back to us. Top lane though. GPK has found Coma. Throws out the side. Is going to cancel it. Silence on top. He's got the Spirit Vessel. Oh no, this is Coma. Manta dodges. Does have a waveform in one, but he doesn't make it out in time. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Immersion will TP out after DM goes in.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are
Dante
here?
Garland, I hope you are entertained. Gonna be using that a lot? Absolutely. Feel free. And Roche is up. Dakota finds it, scouts it out. Ramsey says, give me that second life. I've got a Wraith Band that's burning a hole in my pocket. It needs to go away. Wow, actually, Fire Spirits... No, Fire Spirits don't proc on Roche. Next 3... Oh, from enemy heroes. There you go. Next 3 attacks from enemy heroes. I guess I thought maybe it might have procced on Roche, but no. I guess that would be a little too broken in terms of the... Yes, in terms of the damage absorbed. Smoke comes out from outsiders. They don't have their Necro. Boots of Travel are operational though, so you can connect. A little bit of a split up. Skyrath Mage, Yamich, and DM looking together. Oh, they see 9 Pasha. The blink's gonna come up. The follow-up. Ultimate. He gets the BKB off fast enough. Skyrath, 4 staffs away. Has to try and live. 9 Pasha. He's getting critted. The crits come through. The BKB TP isn't enough. And the time of 9 Pasha dominating this game has come and gone. There's a new boss of the map, and his name is Ramses. With the Grove Bow as well. He's hanging on to that tier 2 item for a long time, I reckon. He's going to want that additional cast. Oh, they're looking for more. Heaven, come get healed. There was a Reaper of Death just waiting in the wings. Waiting to catch someone. Oh, they know Coma's on the top lane. He's pushing it. He doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet. They're waiting for him to show on the lane. They need some catch. GPK doesn't have it. Will he notice the Heartstopper Aura on top of him? He might. He goes into the trees. They're going to jigs up now. DM with the Flying Vision. The stun doesn't come out. Actually, not Flying Vision, but just Flying Movement. Oh, that was close. Flew right over the top of him. I mean, there's a Lincoln Sphere. There's a Lincoln Sphere. He would have been fine. But all the same. Now, Depressed Kid with this Midas. I did question it, and I'm still probably going to question it. The Midas on the Void Spree. He's got the Aeon Disc ready to be unlocked when he needs it. And he's going to need it soon, because GPK positions himself on the high ground. Here comes DM as well, and Ramses. Look at this core of heroes from outsiders. How do you engage on this? They are all so tanky. It's a Medusa with an Aegis. You're not going on that. It's a Black Dragon. Oh, but they go on the back line. They're trying to get the catch. Out comes the Stone Gaze. Coma pops the Manta, trying to get away. There's a Reaper on top of him. It isn't quite enough. They're still chasing deep into the fight. And Pasha's caught on the side. BKB popped with the Heavenly Grace. Will swing the Starbreaker. And actually, GPK might be in trouble. No, he turns around with the Ghost Route, chases down Pasha, and he is going to go down, I think, to the last set of crits. No, DM blinks in with the stun to get the final kill. BKB comes out to simulate to run away, and this Rax is not long for this world. Now, I know there are tier 3 items available, but Ramses wants to hang on to this Grobo for the time being. Morphling becoming a Medusa themselves with the Dissimulate. They just can't touch him. What are they going to do? This is 2 racks going to be going down. In comes the stun, the 4 staff to save, but it's not enough. Immersion goes down. Heaven goes caught as well. It's just too much slow. If you get hit by the Skadi from Ramses plus the slows from the DK, it's too much. And they're going throwing. It's GG. Game 1 of this best of 3 upper bracket quarterfinal Eastern European qualifiers will go to outsiders. The net worth lead at 22k when the throne explodes.